Today, we travel to Dallas, Texas in the late 1980s and early 1990s to listen to and analyze a case that shook the entire city, the eyeball killer case. This is the story of Charles Albright, a man who seemed perfect on the surface but was suspected of being behind horrific crimes targeting women in the Oak Cliff area. We will rely on the article See No Evil by Skip Hollandsworth in the May 1993 issue of Texas Monthly, the book The Eyeball Killer by John Matthews and Christine Wicker, as well as sources from the New York Times, Oxygen, the Dallas Morning News, and various other materials.
Dallas, Texas, in the late 1980s, was a bustling city, renowned for its oil industry, football, and glittering skyscrapers. But in Oak Cliff, the southern part of the city, things were far less glamorous. According to Texas Monthly, Oak Cliff was an area plagued by challenges, with high crime rates, particularly in areas near motels like the Star Motel. During this time, Charles Albright, a 55-year-old man, lived in Oak Cliff with his girlfriend, Dixie. Albright was a man of contradictions. Outwardly, he was a charming gentleman, college-educated, a carpenter, and even a baseball coach while in prison. But behind his charismatic smile lay a troubled past. Born in 1933 in Amarillo, Texas, Albright was adopted by Del and Fred Albright. His adoptive mother, a teacher, was extremely strict, once forcing him to wear girls' dresses and teaching him taxidermy from a young age.
It all began in October 1988, when Rhonda Bowie, a 30-year-old woman working in Oak Cliff, was murdered. Initially, this case didn't attract much attention, as crime was common in the area. But in December 1990, another case shocked the police. Mary Lou Pratt, 33, was found in a tragic state in South Dallas. What stunned investigators was a bizarre detail in the autopsy report, kept secret from the press. The victim's eyes had been removed with terrifying precision. According to Texas Monthly, the police initially withheld details about the eyes to avoid public panic, but this also highlighted a larger issue. The victims, mostly women working in sensitive industries, were often overlooked by society. Why weren't these cases prioritized from the start? Did social biases influence how the police handled them?
According to the Dallas Morning News, between 1990 and 1991, two more similar cases occurred. Susan Peterson, 27, was found in February 1991 on the same road as Mary Pratt, near the DeSoto city limits. This case bore eerie similarities. Shirley Williams, 45, was discovered in March 1991 near an elementary school in Dallas. According to the Cinemaholic, a diner employee reported something unusual on the road to the police.
All three victims had something in common. They were women working in Oak Cliff, and the cases left a distinctive mark that led the press to dub the perpetrator the eyeball killer. What was terrifying was the killer's apparent caution. According to Texas Monthly, there were no fingerprints, no clear witnesses, and the murder weapon was never found. The police consulted the FBI to check crime databases, but no similar cases were found, as noted in the Texas True Crime blog. One detail baffled investigators. The killer had remarkable anatomical skills. According to See No Evil, removing eyes required a high level of precision without damaging the eyelids or surrounding tissue. This led police to wonder, was the killer a doctor? Or at least someone with medical knowledge? Analysis. This series of crimes was not only terrifying for its brutality, but also because it showed the killer was cunning and methodical. Targeting vulnerable women in Oak Cliff suggested the killer carefully chose victims, exploiting social biases to avoid attention. But why the eyes? Was this a ritual, a psychological obsession, or simply a way to mislead the investigation?
On March 22, 1991, a breakthrough occurred. The police arrested Charles Albright after a woman named Veronica Rodriguez reported being attacked by a man resembling him. She recognized him from an incident related to Mary Pratt. Additionally, another woman described a red truck often seen at the crime scenes, leading police to a property owned by Albright, according to the Dallas Morning News. When searching Albright's home, police found suspicious items: X-Acto knives, a copy of Gray's Anatomy, dozens of books on criminology, and hundreds of close-up photos of women's eyes, as reported by Texas Monthly. They also discovered a stash of taxidermy supplies and animal parts, but no direct evidence like the murder weapon or the victim's eyes. Who was Albright? He had a colorful past. A brilliant student who attended Arkansas State Teachers College, dreamed of becoming a surgeon but was expelled for cheating. He had been arrested for theft, forging documents, and even faced a child molestation allegation in 1985, though he received only probation, according to the Cinemaholic. Yet Albright maintained the image of a charming, friendly man, making it hard for many to believe he could be the culprit.
The trial began in December 1991. Prosecutor Toby Shook relied on circumstantial evidence, such as hair found at the crime scene, matching hair from Albright's truck. But a shock came. Subsequent DNA testing revealed the hair belonged to a dog. Ultimately, Albright was convicted only in the Shirley Williams case, receiving a life sentence without parole. Charges related to Mary Pratt, Susan Peterson, and Rhonda Bowie were dropped due to insufficient evidence, though he remained the prime suspect, according to the Dallas Morning News. The Albright case raised questions about justice. The evidence against him was largely circumstantial, leading some to wonder if he was wrongly convicted. But Albright's past, from cutting out the eyes in his girlfriend's photos in college to his obsession with taxidermy, suggested an unstable psyche. Was he truly the eyeball killer, or was he a victim of societal prejudice?
The case plunged Dallas into fear. The Oak Cliff community, already struggling, grew even more anxious as women working in sensitive industries became targets. Police increased patrols, and the press relentlessly covered the story, coining the term eyeball killer to capture attention. After Albright's arrest, similar crimes ceased. He was incarcerated at the John Monford Psychiatric Unit in Lubbock, Texas, where he continued to paint eyes, according to the Texas True Crime blog. Albright died in August 2020 at age 87, still maintaining his innocence, per the Cinemaholic. The case spurred reforms in how Dallas police handled cases involving vulnerable victims. Skip Hollingsworth's 1993 article, See No Evil, and John Matthews' The Eyeball Killer brought the case to the public, leading to documentaries like Forensic Files, 2001, and TV movies like Lifetime's Searching for a Serial Killer, The Regina Smith Story, 2024. The case exposed a painful truth. Victims, due to their circumstances, were often overlooked by society. According to Oxygen, the initial delay in the investigation may have given the killer more time to act. The case also underscored the importance of scientific evidence, though DNA technology was limited at the time. The case, it's a warning about societal gaps. According to Texas Monthly, it showed how biases can slow justice, as victims like Mary Pratt and Shirley Williams were not prioritized initially.
The case marked a turning point in criminal psychology research, offering insights into obsessive behaviors like Albright's. What did we learn? First, every victim deserves protection, regardless of background. Second, investigative science needs strong investment. More advanced DNA technology in 1991 might have clarified the case. Third, the role of the community and media is indispensable. Without individuals like Veronica Rodriguez or Regina Smith, Albright might not have been caught. This case is a mirror reflecting the complexity of justice. It shows how society's treatment of vulnerable groups can impact investigations, and how someone like Albright, with a perfect facade, can hide a disturbed mind. This story remains a reminder to stay vigilant and build a better justice system. Share your thoughts in the comments below the video. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to not miss the next episode.